welcome back to my channel, or maybe welcome to my channel. Thank you for taking time to watch. We have a quick one for you today. We're just going to go over how the property taxes work here in Las Vegas. If you're somebody moving from a place like California, this might be especially important to you because it's far different. So without further ado, let's get into it. As taxpayers from around the country are still flocking to Las Vegas, it's mostly due to its friendly business environment, its no income tax, and as you will learn in this video, its low property tax rates. We're going to take a high-level look at, how the assessed value of your property is made, as that's one of the main factors in determining your property tax bill. But also just as important that a lot of people don't know about is there's actually a cap on how much your tax bill can go up each year. If it's your primary residence and you live here full-time, it's 3% is how much it can go up. But if you have a secondary home, if maybe it's an investment property, then that cap is 8% per year. And another note that not everybody knows, especially if you're from California, is when a sale happens here in Nevada, it does not trigger a reassessment like it does there. So the property tax info you see on a listing will likely be very similar to what you will pay, factoring in maybe if it's your primary residence or that 8% we talked about earlier. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into how the property tax is actually calculated in Las Vegas. So to figure out your tax bill, you would just simply multiply the assessed value of your property by the applicable tax rate of your district. And Clark County itself has over 100 separate tax districts. So the assessed value is just a fraction of your property's market value set by the county assessor's office. They go off of replacement costs for the structure and market value of the land, and then they subtract yearly depreciation to get to this number, and we'll come back to that later as far as what we can observe from this. So the tax rate is determined by the local government, and it's usually expressed as a percentage per $100 of assessed value. So for example, in Summerlin here, it's 2.9328 per $100 of assessed value. So let's take a look on the tax assessor's website. They're going to give a real world example of what they use to calculate a property's tax value. So now that we're on the computer, we're just going to take a quick look at what they're saying about this. So to do this simple equation, if you wanted to, you would look at the total value, taxable value of your home, and then you would look at this assessment ratio. So that's what we talked about earlier, the fraction of the market value that they use. And then this would be the tax district. As I mentioned, there's over 100 of these in Clark County. And then this would be the tax rate. I mentioned Summerlin's is about 2.93, so this one is a little bit higher than that. So you just simply take the assessed value and you multiply it by that ratio, the 0.35, and then you take that, as you can see here, and then you just go ahead and multiply it by the tax rate of your district. And then this here mentions a little bit more about the 3 and the 8% that I was talking about earlier. So what can we learn from all this? What are the big takeaways? So it may be tax advantageous to purchase an older home as it was assessed years ago, whereas new homes are being assessed at the current market values. It may also be tax advantageous to purchase a home that was a primary residence. We see this where there's a model match between two properties. One has a higher tax bill than the other. It's because one was being used as a secondary home, maybe a rental, and they were getting taxed at 8% higher each year, whereas the primary might have only been 3%. So those are the two factors to really think about. Almost every listing now should show you the current tax bill on there, but it's nice to know, especially if you're somebody from California, that you're not going to buy the property and then it's going to get reassessed at a crazy high value and then give you a shocking tax bill. It should only go up by the 3 or the 8% that we mentioned earlier, as long as we are within those ranges at the county level. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative for you. If you would, please subscribe, like the video. We're not really YouTubers over here. We just do this to help out a lot of our clients. So if you wanted to become a client of ours, I have a link below. You can schedule a meeting with me. We can do a Zoom like this, or we can just schedule a call. The meeting is the best way to reach me, but I'll also have my cell phone down there. So thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the next one.